And
Yeah.
not a lot of people, well, not a lot of actors get that kind of love. Like Andrew Garfield, when he was stepping into the role of Spider-Man, not everybody was too fond of him.
Same with Ben Affleck. Everybody was kind of like off. They weren't
Hmm.
very convinced until they saw him in the suit. You know.
Yep. And now people kind of wish he had his own movie, and we have Batfleck fans. A little bit with Robert Pattinson too. I'll
Yeah.
be real. Like Robert
I feel like he's
Pattinson.
still like a mixed bag though with people, or like with fans. Like are still mixed about it. Because I
I'm
know some
mixed
people
about it
don't
too.
like. Yeah, I know some people don't like the Batman. Some people really love the Batman. I'm one of the
That
people who, I did enjoy the Batman. Have I
yeah.
watched it again? Absolutely not. It's a long ass movie.
I watched it like 3 times. It's almost 3 hours, dude. Like, of
Yeah,
course, nobody's gonna watch it
fuck
more
that.
than once.
It's a very slow movie, but like in a good way. It's not
Yeah,
really like it doesn't have to be fast paced and all this.
it's really
It,
grounded. It's like
yeah,
one of the most grounded uh, I almost said Superman, Batman movies for sure. I'm mixed about it too because you gotta think, man. Like, man, he's played roles that you just don't. You kind of can't see him playing a Bruce Wayne, like
yeah.
with
It's
uh
that whole Twilight thing.
yeah, that's why I think I was about to bring that up. I was like, it's very, very corny. He also played what Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter,
Hmm.
and he is. I'm not gonna lie. I watch Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire a lot of times, and the more I watch it, the more cringy he is in that movie. He's pretty cringy in that movie if you go back and watch it, but he proved us wrong. Or at least he proved me wrong. He can play Batman pretty well. Is he the best in my opinion? No. But is he bad? Absolutely not.
He fits and kind of like in an in between thing where like
Hmm.
he's not great, but he's not horrible.
Yeah.
Like
He's
he's not even that low either.
when they come out with the second one, I'm definitely watching it opening day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wait to watch it. It's not one of those things. It's not like the Marvels movie coming where I'm like, I don't really care to watch it opening day. Um, but since it's a Marvel movie, that's the only reason I would consider watching it opening day, rather
I
than
think
for
the oh yeah, go ahead, finish.
rather than for the Batman Part Two. It's like he played it really well. The story was super great, and I'm invested into seeing what happens next with his Batman.
Part of me wishes that James Gunn kind of just canceled that movie and the next Joker movie. To be honest,
What do you mean?
because I
Oh,
feel like because
the
these movies aren't really gonna matter to anything. Like, sure, they'll probably be good and cinematic, you know, be Oscar worthy. Who knows? But like, they don't fit to the universe anymore. Like, there's a whole new universe being made, and they're not gonna be a part of it. So it's like I feel like it's kind of unnecessary for them to be made.
yeah. Then also, hear me out. Actually, no, it wouldn't work either. I was gonna say, what if they're just Elseworld movies?
I
But
mean, yeah, I mean that's technically what they are.
yeah, they would be Elseworld movies. And honestly, someone said that why doesn't the Snyder Cut just be Elseworld? Like they're just considered Elseworld.
I
But
guess, but I mean that's it would work better like that if they were still continuing it, like, but at the same time doing the DCU. I feel like you would keep a lot of fans on, and it really wouldn't diverse fans too much. At least I don't think so.
mhm.
Um, to have two universes, kind of just coinciding at the same time being made. Um,
I think it would confuse somebody who's just getting into that type of stuff.
that is true.
Because let's see, for example, I'm just a regular movie goer. All right, I don't have extensive knowledge about DC like that. You say, let's go see the Superman movie. Okay, the last Superman movie I remember is the Henry Cavill one. And then you show me a David Cornsweet one, and I'm like, what is this? Where's Superman? Why is there a different Superman? You're like, oh, this is a different universe. I'm like, so the other one doesn't matter? And then there's going to be that confusion.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not like, which they should have just gone the route of
Well,
just, go ahead.
I feel like if they were to continue as Zack Snyder universe of the DC heroes, I feel like it should be strictly HBO Max, no
Yeah.
theaters at all. Like all the only theatrical DC movies should be DCU, James
Mm.
Gunn's universe, whatever. But Zack Snyder's I feel like should be straight to HBO Max and like just build a universe, even if it's a series, that would be cool too.
Hmm.
Like a series of like a
Like Justice
Justice League
League
series
Unlimited.
or something like that, like a Justice League series, you
Uh-huh.
know, with Zack Snyder's I would say his universe. I personally I would want him to direct it or have any control over it. Just the universe, because I feel like his mindset defers way too much to source material, and he likes to do his own thing, which is not
Wow.
always a bad thing. But I know it didn't go too well with fans. Like even in like Batman vs Superman, when we saw the Robin costume, you
It
know,
was Dick Grayson.
yeah, it was. He confirmed that it was Dick Grayson, and a lot of people didn't like that
Yeah.
because that's a Jason Todd story. Um,
That was very off.
Stuff like that. Then
Batman using
in
guns.
the right and in the yeah, definitely that. And in the little nightmare sequences or whatever, um, he was like, Superman and Lois have a kid. I think Lois was pregnant. I don't know, not. I know she was dead in the nightmare sequence. I'm trying to remember
Right.
because remember he was holding her. I remember now. So Zack Snyder was saying he has a kid, but the kid has no powers or whatever. So like he's trying to like go through life trying to raise a kid who's just human or something like that. Which I mean isn't
Right.
like a bad thing, but like I don't know if you've read any comics, but his
I
kids
would get
definitely
a
have powers.
little right.
Is like
Also, just like off of logic, hey, I have a superhero dad, or I at least have one superhero parent. I at least need to get something. All
that,
right.
and I did not like Young Flash. Like I didn't like a young Barry Allen. I think that was kind of dumb. Um, like
Which,
him kind of being like everybody compared Flash and Batman to Spider Man and Iron Man.
oh
Like
hell
it
no.
was very annoying. I was like, Flash is not like that in the comics. He's not the little Batman Boy Scout. He's not Batman's not his mentor or anything like that. Like
Do they even have that close of a
no,
relationship? Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
also very
yeah,
weird.
they can because they're part of the league, but they're not like that. Where like Barry's going to him for advice and
Not even that. You pointed something out which made total fucking sense. This man Barry called Bruce Wayne at night, and he just rolled up in his regular clothes.
that's
Like what the fuck? Like it's nighttime. Where is your bat suit, and why aren't you patrolling the city of Gotham? That's crazy.
that's
The
what I'm
more I
saying. Like,
think about that, the when you had told me that, I was kind of like, you know what? That is some dumb shit.
and it's like way before. It was like since way before Ezra got into all that controversy and all the shit he was doing in real life, and
Yeah.
But like even before that, bro, I was not a big fan of his Flash, and not necessarily because of him at all. Like I feel like he was decent at least in the Justice League movie or the Snyder cut.
Wow.
Um, but I didn't like how the suit looked. I didn't like how young they made him and how like kind of dumb they made him as well. It's like Barry Allen's fairly smart. He's a
Well, he
forensic
didn't.
scientist.
They didn't show his like um geniusness until the Flash movie. That's when he was
Right.
actually really really smart. But like you said, at first he was just like, well, he was robbing a store. That's how Bruce
No,
Wayne found
it was
him.
somebody robbing a store, and then I guess he was getting some milk or some shit. I don't know. He was then he like in the security footage he like zaps and takes the bad
Oh,
guy out or whatever.
oh, okay. So it was the
Plus
bad guy
there he
robbing the
looked
store.
nothing like the Flash. Like you wouldn't even be able to tell that that was the Flash up until he did that stunt in the security footage because he had like what a beard and like a
And a man
ponytail.
bun. Yeah.
Yeah, like a man bun.
Just a regular guy, like looking like he was gonna go catch some waves.
Yeah,
Then
that's another thing too. Is like the look just didn't give for me, and like Same with like the Flash movie. I know I expressed this before. I was like, he just doesn't seem like Barry Allen to me. That he doesn't look like Barry Allen to me. Now,
Mm.
granted, I don't expect Barry Allen to be fucking blonde hair, blue eyes all the time. You know what I mean? Obviously, in the comics, that's his look, blonde hair, blue
Mm.
eyes. But guess who else? Aquaman, fucking Steve Rogers. There's a lot of blonde hair, blue eyes. Considering the
Supergirl.
yeah, considering the decade they came out,
Yeah.
kind of makes sense. But we're not gonna get into that.
Okay. That is a
um,
whole different ball game.
yeah. But that's the looks that we got used to. Like we haven't seen a redhead or a blonde Peter Parker live action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like why haven't we changed that? I'm not saying that we should. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is, why is it okay to change all these other heroes' looks, but not like
The
other
main
heroes that are
ones.
just other heroes that are just as big? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like Flash is just as big as Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, obviously. So it's like it just didn't make sense that they chose someone who looks completely off what you would expect Barry Allen to look like. I feel like the only time we've gotten someone who looks like a Barry Allen is Grant Gustin so far, but obviously that's the CW series, and I feel like their casting is pretty decent for the characters that they've portrayed in the series and stuff.
Yeah, even for the guy who plays Superman and Superman and Lois, still pretty good. Obviously, he looks a little bit older, but it's
He's another one where I can't really see it. I feel like he's got too much of the 5 o'clock shadow and too much. He does. I don't know in Superman and Lois he does have more of like a unshaven look, so it's kind of like a
Tyler Hoechlin. I hope
how
I'm saying that.
chillin'. Hawkland.
Hoechlin.
That how chillin'.
Tyler's Hoechlin. Tyler Hoechlin. Oh my god, Tyler Hoechlin. That is fucking hilarious.
He's
But yeah,
another one
he.
though. I feel like he didn't really look like Superman to me that much. He still looks like someone off of fucking Teen Wolf.
I think he looks more like if they were trying to do a Superman Kingdom Come where he's like older. It's
Well,
probably
they did in the CW verse, but that was played by Brandon Ruth. He was
yeah,
in
the
Superman Returns,
2006. Yeah, but if they were
which
trying to go for
technically is
that,
still Christopher Reeve's Superman. Technically, just
mm,
like how Clooney's Batman is still technically uh, Keaton's,
right?
which is all weird, but it does make sense because of how it's like those Batman movies still have like the gothy and goofiness. It kind of still fits the Keaton verse.
This video is brought to you by CPR Ninjas. If you live in the Central Florida area, then this is a place for you to get CPR certified. At CPR Ninjas, their passion is to provide you with knowledge and skills needed to perform high-quality CPR with accuracy and precision. Javon and Lysandra Washington have been working in the healthcare industry since the mid-1990s and share 35 plus years combined in healthcare.
Siobhan and Lysandra are both registered nurses with diverse backgrounds, which include home care, hospital care, acute care, wound care, hospice care, pediatrics, research, and higher learning education. Together, they share a passion to reach the community, provide education that will save lives, and improve quality of life. As American Health Association instructors, they also share the same vision with the AHA to building a healthier tomorrow.
If you want to get started on a course today, go ahead and email Javon at cprninjas.com, or if you want to call, it's 813-603-6898.